Well guys, today's day 2 of baling. It's Saturday morning, and I'm at the other 16 acres of Bermuda that we've got mowed down, and I'm going to get it tedded out so it'll be fully cured and dried out by this afternoon, and we can get down here and bale it. We started yesterday baling the Bermuda at my dad's. That's the footage in the beginning of this video. I'll have some more of that coming up today that I'll put in this same video, and it's yielding extremely well, like 4 to 5 bales an acre, which is super high, but I plan on having it tested to see what the nutrient value is. I expect it to be rather low actually, just because it's a 60-day Bermuda rather than a 30-day, meaning that it's been cut and baled at 60 days since the previous time rather than 30 like it should have been. But Mother Nature, like all farming, dictates really what to do. So we're going to get this tedded out, go ted out some crabgrass, and then get started raking, and we're going to be baling all afternoon today. So we'll get some video of several different things. We are all done with this 16 acres. Gonna go do some crabgrass. Time to get on the road. Well, we're back at it again. Try to get this Bermuda finished up today. I'm back in the 5100E John Deere and the Citrix rake. As you can see, the windrows are pretty big. I actually had to fold up the front outside wheels because it was just pulling in too much hay. But this stuff's yielding exceptionally well. I think this is going to yield somewhere around 50 bales on just this 10-acre patch. Something close to that. I'm expecting to get upwards of 150 bales off of 32 acres of Bermuda total, which is a lot. This is enough that we could have probably baled it twice and gotten about the same amount of hay, but a whole lot higher quality. After I get this tested, I'll have to do a side-by-side comparison to the first and second cutting Bermuda that we did this summer, and compare its TDN and its percent crude protein, and I plan on doing some calculations to see which ends up being more economical per unit of protein. This hay is yielding 2 to 3 times as much as the first cuttings on the same amount of fertilizer, but the quality is going to be much less. So per bale, these bales are going to cost less money than the first ones did, but I expect you would actually end up feeding probably almost twice as much of this as you would what we baled first. So really, in the end, is it does it come out to be the same if these bales cost half as much but you have to feed twice as much? And then it's the same amount of hay, same cost. So we'll see. I had made a video of my hay results and the tests, and something happened with the upload and it didn't work. So I'm just going to make a new video once I get the results for this back and compare it all. But My dad will be out here to bale shortly. I'm trying to get up ahead of him. My uncle's picking corn, and we've got to put corn in our bins for the cows this winter. So I've got to get hay raked so that I can stop and put the corn in the bin, and Dad can keep going baling. So we'll see him when he gets here. Alright, well now we're down south at that 16 acres that I tedded this morning. We just tested it, and it's running anywhere from 16 to 17% moisture. So it is just about perfect. By the time Dad gets here with the baler, it'll probably dry down just a little bit more. So he's finishing up at his house, probably about done now, and I have gotten started on this. I don't know if we can get this all done this afternoon or not. My goal would be to get finished up here, but I'm gonna get her raked up. This is some pretty thick stuff, just like at my dad's, making some huge windrows. So got the hay rake set in the same position, and kind of making not going quite as far on passes because the rake's narrower, but it's still making huge windrows. I mean, those are probably twice as big as what they normally should be. In fact, my dad just told me a little bit ago what that yielded over at his house, and it was making 6.8 ton to the acre, which was about, I think that was 5 bales, or a little over 5 bales to the acre. So it was making a lot of hay. So, like I said, we'll have to get it tested and compare it and see what it's like. Anyways, just more raking.